Hey, and welcome to another Warzone Apothis mission. So today we have the friendly guest,
Sean.
So you've seen him in a battle report with Matt already, and with his other buddy Bo with me. And now we've basically just switched opponents here, and we're going to see how we fare against each other at this point. So today we're going to be playing a game on Druusol, and we're going to be doing a Cities of Death game. So this is going to be fast, bloody, and close quarters. And you have Daemonkin, don't you?
Yes.
That's right. So his Daemonkin are going to be coming in and just hacking my Admech to pieces unless I can shoot them first. So this is going to be a very interesting game. I'm looking forward to it. Let's go take a look at the armies and the scenario. And here's 1,500 points of Daemonkin. So why don't you just quickly take me through what you have here?
So I have a gore pack. So it's 2 units of bikes. Both have 2 plasmas in each. And it has 2 units of flesh hounds.
All right.
In the slaughter cult, I have a lord with an axe of Khorne, sigils of corruption, and he's eternal warrior with venal pain because of his blood forged armor.
Fancy.
I have the possessed tax in their handy dandy rhino, and 2 units of bloodletters with a blood reaper in each.
Okay.
And over here we have 2 war engines. This is a Mauler Fiend with lasher tendrils, and this is a soul grinder with a baleful torrent, which is a strength 6 AP4 torrent flamer. And right here, this is the big bad scary bloodthirster with the great axe of Khorne. He's initiative 1, but he has 8 attacks on the charge with a strength D weapon.
That is a lot of powerful attacks. Okay. And here we have the city's Admech defenders. So this is going to be 1,500 points, but there's a couple differences because of the some of the bonuses from the campaign. I actually have 45 more points than Sean has to play with. So basically I've just put them into some relics here. So we have a small 5-man unit of Skitarii Rangers here, all just with the galvanic rifles. We have the Warlord and his unit right here with the galvanic rifles, 2 plasma calibers, and the Warlord himself does have the Phos Phoenix, so that's one of those AP2 pistols. We have a unit of Ruststalkers right here, and the Alpha has the Omniscient Mask to make sure he doesn't run away. It also grants him, because it grants him Zealot, so he has Hatred in the first round of combat and Fearless, which is really useful. Over here we have the Infiltrators, and one of them does have the Alpha has the Phase Taser, and that's the one where on a successful wound you have to make an initiative check or just be removed from the game. We have 2 Ballistari in the back here, both with autocannons, the Cognis autocannons. We have a unit of Castellans with Data Smith with the twin-linked heavy phosphor cannons and the regular phosphor cannons on the shoulder. And then we have the 3 Onager Dune Crawlers, one with Neutron Laser, one with Icarus Array, and one with Heavy Phosphor Cannon, and all with the heavy Cognis Heavy Stubber upgrade. So there is my 1,500 points. And here is the table setup. So we will be playing the Isolated Resistance mission. Now this one is an interesting one, it kind of caught both of us off guard. The way we start on this one is each of us can deploy up to 3 troops alternating. So he deploys 1, I deploy 1, he deploys 1. And it has to be within 3 inches of an objective or in a building with the objective on it. And as you can see, all the objectives in City of Death, these are the green dice here, they're all in buildings. Everything else comes on from reserve. So this is going to be an interesting game to see how it plays out. So we've already figured out who's going to be deploying. Well, yeah, we've already figured out who's deploying first and whatnot. So we'll get back to you after everything's on the table. Now, because we don't have the cards for the Cities of Death, we have to roll for these. So 2d6. Let's get you a different colored die there.
All right.
So the red will be the 10s, the white will be the 1s. So go ahead. So 34. Next up is going to be 46. Last objective is going to be 65. Stronghold Denial.
That's a 1.
Oh, that's a 1? Oh, so it is. That's a 1. Never mind. That's going to be 15. Secure Building 5. 1 victory point if you control objective marker 5 at the end of your turn. Alright, let's go into Daemonkin, turn 1. Alright, now as the way this mission works, reserves operate as normal. So unfortunately, we only each have 2 troops on the table. and nothing's going to be coming in until turn 2. So let's see what we can do. All right, so let's start moving these guys first.
Moving the cover.
All right, 5 inches. And it looks like they're just shuffling around a little bit there.
I prefer not to get shot off the table first turn.
Makes sense. Over here, moving through cover. That's okay. Just keep going. 4 inches. They're just shuffling down the building. Gonna walk towards another objective, I assume. And into the shooting phase, he's going to run these demons over here. The bloodletters, they're gonna go 3 inches. And just working on getting the rest of them off the battlements of that building there.
It's my turn.
And there you go. And that appears to be the first turn. I think that was one of the quickest first turns I've ever seen.
Woo!
Woo!
Speed run! Speed run!
At the start of AdMech turn 1, get to roll 3 objectives here. So we have 66. That one is Big Game Hunter. I have to kill a vehicle or monstrous creature during my turn. If it's a super heavy or gargantuan, I get D3 points instead. Next objective is going to be 56 no witnesses. I have to, oh geez. If every one of my opponent's models with independent character are removed as casualties during this or any previous turn. So far it's really making me have to shoot things. And lastly, 16, because that's a 1. Secure building 6. Starting with my movement phase over here, I'm going to move through difficult terrain. 6 inches. Basically, I'm just going to get a whole bunch of guys right up to the edge here. And I just realized neither of us really mentioned what the warlord traits we had were. What was your warlord trait?
My warlord trait is I reroll all charge moves within 12 inches of my warlord.
That's not too shabby. Now, because of my command benefits, I actually got to roll 2 warlord traits because of the campaign. One of them is my warlord has Eternal Warrior. The other one is Shrouded. So that's going to play a big role while he's sitting on this objective up here. And at the start of my shooting phase, I haven't declared any Doctrine Imperatives just because I don't want to use any of them, especially with night fighting going on at the moment. So this squad of Rangers is going to take some shots at these bloodletters all the way over here, just because I can actually kill more than 2 of them, which is all I can see over there. So, I have 7 galvanic rifles that can see them, none within rapid fire. Oh, look at that, I didn't need to actually use my Doctrine Imperative. That's 6 hits. So I'll place the 2 precision shots onto the Blood Reaver right there. So let's see if I actually wound them. What's your toughness?
3.
So wounded on 3s. That's going to be 1 wound right there on the Blood Reaver, and everyone else... okay, and there's going to be 4 other wounds. So the Blood Reaver first.
Look out, sir.
Okay.
Look down.
Alright, no problem. And what, you have a 5 up invulnerable or
5 up invulnerable?
5 up?
Because
Okay.
you're up on there, so I guess.
So 1 died right there, and you got 4 more to make here.
So.
Bunch more lookout sirs.
Bunch more lookout sirs.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
2 are going to get through to him.
Okay. So.
And
Oh, he did.
so he's going down, and that's it though. Only 2 casualties, not too bad. And that is the end of my shooting phase. He's fearless, so no checks to be made there. So we're going to go right into the next turn since I didn't secure any objectives at this point. So let's see what happens in Daemonkin, turn 2. So at the end of his turn, oh, got you in the shot there. At the end of his turn, Sean did discard objective 46, so he's going to roll another one to replace that one to go up to 3 objectives. All right, so go ahead. All right, 65. That is going to be Stronghold Denial. 1 victory point at the end of the turn if at least 1 building was destroyed during your turn. If 3 or more buildings were destroyed, score D3 instead. Next up is Reserve, so starting right here. Coming on. And the dog's behind it. Good. And we got those possessed back there. Oh, they're coming on as well. And let's do these bikes over here. Yes to the bikes.
The other bikes. Yes to
Yep.
the other bikes.
Oh, jeez.
Mauler Fiend.
Coming on.
Coming on. Bloodthirster. Coming on. And Soul Grinder.
Oh, wow. So your entire army is coming on this turn. And his first deep strike is the Soul Grinder right there. Now, it's always dangerous in Cities of Death to do this. Correct hit.
Yes.
Lovely. And everything that's not deep striking is going to be coming on from a random table edge. So this over here is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 over there. Starting with the dogs and the biker. Coming on 3. Okay, so that's a long table edge right there. Next up, long table edge over there as well. The possessed, long table edge as well. Jeez, your army is very coordinated.
This is odd. They're Daemonkin.
Okay, so that's going to be the other long table edge.
Okay.
And then you got your bikes over here. First one, that's back to the normal long table edge. Okay, that's going to be the short edge and your bloodthirster. It's going to be the short edge as well. All right. All right, so the first pack of dogs is going to go right up to the edge of the road right there. And the next pack of dogs are just going to be coming in right next to the first pack. And the rhino with the possessed marines are just going to go full cruising. Here, just move your hand up. Yeah, there we go. Full cruising.
Right.
And the bikes are coming in here, and they're just going to pop up right next to support the possessed and the rhino. And here comes the bloodthirster. That is a lovely model. I do like that. That is quite nice. So, but I'm not sure I'm going to like him so much after he starts tearing my Skitarii to pieces, though. We'll see what happens. And the bikes are just coming on right behind him to support. Makes sense. And the Mauler Fiend is just going to pop on right here, supporting the other big bads. And on to the shooting phase, because you're not moving any of your demons, I guess? Your bloodletters? No? Okay. So you're going to hit me with that Torrent Flamer there, which is the Strength 6 AP 4 Torrent Flamer.
Correct.
And that's going to be hitting 8 of my guys.
Okay.
So on 2s. Alright, so that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 6 just dead. So, 1, both my plasma calibers are dead, he's dead, and another galvanic rifle right there. Next up is the auto cannon hitting on...
Well, it's a harvester cannon, so it's assault 3.
Oh, okay. But what's it hitting on?
Force.
Okay, is it twin linked?
It is not.
Alright, so 2 hits. It's going to be 2 wounds. But at least I'm going to get cover saves from this one. So between Shrouding and the Battlement for Ruins, I'm going to have a 2-up cover save. And I'm good. And the bikes are just going to turbo boost just around the side of the building there. And the Bloodthirster is going to run forward 6 inches. He's in a rush to get wherever he's going.
So he's going to come right here.
Yep. Next up is the Mutilator, or not the Mutilator, sorry, the
Mauler Fiend.
Mauler Fiend, running 3 inches.
I'm going to re-roll that with Fleet.
Okay. For 5 inches, that's a much better roll than the 4, than the 3. And that's where he's going to end. Turbo boosting the bikes over here. Just going to go right between the buildings. There they are.
Move flat out with this thing.
Okay, so just make sure you don't immobilize yourself.
Yeah.
Don't roll a 1. No, you're good. So we're going to move this 6 inches forward. Perfect.
So
running the pack with the biker, 4 inches. It's just going to get him to cross the street a little bit easier. And this pack over here is also going to run 2 inches. Now they're beasts, so they have fleet.
Okay.
Yeah. So re-roll that one. 6 inches. That's much better than the 2 right there. There they go. At the end of his turn, he was able to get objective number 5 here, so that's going to give him the first point of the game. Moving into the Admech turn 2. At the end of my turn, I chose to discard no witnesses, simply because you have too many characters for me to try and take off the table there. So I'm going to get to roll once to get some new objectives here. I'm going to roll 43, which is capture the castle. D3 victory points if I control the objective marker closest to the enemy table edge at the end of the turn. If 2 or more objective markers are equally close, score D3 victory points. Now, because of the nature of the scenario, there's no real clear enemy table edge, because it just has this randomly deploying and then randomizing where we're coming in from. So we've both discussed it. We're going to decide that that one is actually going to be a reroll, because we can't really figure out a proper way to do that one. So instead, it's going to be 35, which is going to be seize building 5. Lovely. I need to see what's coming on for me. So my Rust Stalkers will be coming on. Sorry, my Infiltrators, not my Rust Stalkers. Now my Rust Stalkers. It's cocked. Oh no. Rust Stalkers will not be coming on. The Castellan will be coming on. The Ballistari will be coming on. And the Doom Crawlers will be coming on. So everything but my close combat monsters. That's fantastic. Now to see where they're all coming on from. The Infiltrators will be coming on from... That's going to be the long table edge, opposite to where a lot of his stuff came on. The Ballistari will be coming on the long table edge where a lot of his stuff came on. The Castellan, that's going to be the long table edge opposite from his stuff. And the Onager, oh, same one, okay. And almost forgot to do a panic test over here for losing so many guys. Leadership 9, they're fine. And the Ballistari are just going to come up right here. They're going to snuggle into the objective right there and hope to pop the Rhino and force you far enough away that I can maybe hold on to that objective. And over here, the 2 Castellans are going to come on, and they automatically start with the Aegis protocol, so they're going to be getting Feel No Pains against everything but the D strength weapon stuff there. But they're going to hope to maybe peg some wounds off of the Bloodthirster there. Next up, I'm going to move the Infiltrators on right here and hope that their Flechette Blasters will be able to do enough against the Bikers to maybe cause some problems. And the Doom Crawlers are just going to make their way on over here. And over here, going to move through difficult terrain just to get a little bit closer to that Bloodthirster there. Just so they can get a couple more shots and maybe spread out a little bit. Just so the Torrent Flamer can't do as big a number. And for this turn, my Doctrine Imperative will be the Ballistic Skill +1, because I need to make sure I start hitting some stuff. So I'm going to start with this squad of Rangers up here, starting with the Warlord's Phos Phoenix. So hitting on 2s.
What's the AP on this?
This is Strength 5 AP 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jink.
Yeah, so my Omnispex is going to reduce your cover save by 1 for this one. And then
so it's my 5 up.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 5 up. And if I hit with the Phos Phoenix, it has the Luminogen special rule, which further reduces your cover save by 1.
Okay,
yeah.
So 5 up.
Yeah. So let's see if I wound. So I need a, Strength 5, Toughness 6.
You need a 5.
I need a 5. Oh, good, I needed that. Okay, so that is going to wound. So you have your 5 up save. All right, I've done a wound to the Bloodthirster. That is huge, huge for me. How many does he have?
5.
Oh, great. More to go. Okay, I was excited there for a moment, but
a little ways to go.
Yeah, a little ways to go still. But the important thing is that the Luminogen rule is now in effect, which means your Jinx save against this squad right here has just become a 6-up Jinx save. So you're using your invulnerable saves.
5 up invulnerable.
And my galvanic rifles are all within rapid fire range. So 8 shots hitting on 2s. It's going to be 7 hits. Now I need 6s to wound here. But he's going to get his armor save against these ones. I just remember because they're only AP 4. And it's 2 wounds so far. 1 cocked. 3 wounds. All right. Let's see if I can get lucky here. You got 3 3-up saves to make. And you're good. Next up, I'm going to fire the Castellans into the Bloodthirster right there. So I'm going to have 6 twin-linked shots and 6 non-twin-linked shots. So the twin-linked ones hitting on 4s. All right, let's re-roll those ones right there. 6 hits from the twin-linked and the non-twin-linked ones. It's going to add 4 more for 10 hits total. Alright, so these are going to be wounding on 4s because they're Strength 6, AP 3.
Kill me.
Okay, that's a good chunk. That's going to be 5 wounds right there. And these are 5-up saves because of the Luminogen rule affecting your cover save.
5 up.
Alright, let's see what you got. I see 3 so far. Okay, I've done 2 more wounds, so he is down to 2. And lastly, the Gamma Pistol from the Data Smith here. So hitting on 3s, that's going to miss. And the Onager Doom Crawlers are going to take some shots at your Warlord with his hounds over there. So the Neutron Laser, I'm going to center it right over that 1 hound right there. So on a direct hit, I'm going to be hitting, I'm going to get 3 hits basically. So a Ballistic Skill 5, That's going to scatter back 2 inches. So I'm only going to be getting 2 hounds, which is not enough to inflict the wounds on the Lord, which is what I wanted there. So strength 10, AP 1. All right. Do they have any invulnerable saves or anything like that?
They're demons.
They're demons? Okay. So you're 5 up invulnerable. All right. So that's going to be 2 dead hounds there. Next up is the Cognis Heavy Stubber. Hitting on 2s. 2 hits right there. Wounding on 5s because your toughness...
4s. There's two hounds.
Oh, majority toughness. That's right. So on 4s. So that's going to be 1 wound right there. Mm-hmm. All right. So closest that I can see is your biker. So he's got to take the save.
Look out, sir.
Okay.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
3 up. Oh no, he took
Feel no pain. Feel no pain.
He's got feel no pain as well.
Yeah.
Of course he does. All right, so they're fine. And I just remembered actually, there's 2 heavy stubbers on there because the neutron laser has 1, and then I always pay the 5 points to get the extra one. So let's just do the other one quickly. That's 2 hits and 1 wound. So 1 more.
Look out, sir.
Yep. Go ahead, re-roll that.
Look down.
Okay.
5 up. Down a wound.
All right. Next up will be the Icarus Array at the same squad all the way over there, just trying to wheel him down. Now, he can only see dogs at this point, so you're not going to have to worry about any lookout stars or anything like that. So starting with the Gatling launcher.
Right.
Hitting on 6s.
Wonderful.
Oh, all missed. The Daedalus missile launcher. That also missed. And the twin-linked autocannon. 1 hit so far. 1 hit. 1 wound. 5 up invulnerable save, which you made. Next up is the heavy phosphor cannon. The only one he can see in that unit is the biker, the Lord on bike. There we go.
Lord on bike.
The Lord on bike. So hitting on 2s, all hit. Wounding on 2s. That's going to be 2 wounds, and these are AP 3. So you got some look answers to make. So look answers on 2s. Alright, so you're going to have 2 4-up cover saves to make from this then. Reroll that 3. That's cocked. Alright. So, and their toughness what?
Their toughness 4.
Toughness 4? Okay, so you're going to lose 1 and 1's going to go down to 1 wound then.
Okay.
So, wait, actually no, I can't see anything. How does that work when you...
Oh, because the thing with
That's right, you can still apply the
dogs.
wounds out of the way, yeah. So the closest one is going to be him, so he's going to take the 2 wounds there and just
Well, he
die.
already lost a wound before.
Oh.
So he dies, and then this
then-
one's down a wound.
Okay. And lastly, the Cognis Heavy Stubber, hitting on 2s, all hit.
Nice.
And majority toughness is now become...
Still 4.
Oh, you still have 2 dogs in there? Okay. Still 2 hounds. So that's going to be 2 wounds right there. So lookouts, sirs.
That's hers.
Yeah, he made both of those lookouts. So 4-up cover saves.
Ooh.
Oh, you're going to lose that 1 dog.
Shifting the wound and
Yeah.
down one wound on a dog.
Okay. And over here, I have 2 rangers who can actually see the Lord over here. Now, your majority toughness has gone up to 5 at this point.
Do you want to go ahead and move him 6 feet?
Nah, I forgot to move in the movement phase. So only 2 can see. So that's 2 rapid firing shots hitting on 2s. Alright. And these are going to be wounding on 5s. That's going to be 1 cock right there. Alright, so that's going to be 1 wound. So, going to look out, sir? Or going to tank it on the 3+?
I'm gonna look out, sir.
Okay. Alright, so it's look down. And save. And my last bit of shooting. My infiltrators are going to fire their flechette blasters into your bikes right there. So 25 shots hitting on 2s. So hitting on 2s, that's an awful lot of hits. So that's 22 hits, wounding on 6s with a reroll because of shred. Wow, that's actually a lot more 6s than I anticipated. So that's 7 so far with the reroll coming up. It's going to add another 1 to that for 8 total. So a bunch of 3-up saves to make.
Yes, they're dead!
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, so I did kill him. I got first blood to tie the game at this point, but the way you cheered right there, I'm a little worried about what's going to happen with the blood tithe stuff. Yeah! And I almost forgot about these. Thankfully, Sean reminded me about my 2 Battle Starry over here with the autocannons. Hitting on 2s, twin linked. That's all hitting. And it looks like in both senses I'm in the side arc here. So this is going to be needing 4s to glance. Nothing. So that ends the AdMech turn 2. Things are not looking good. I haven't been able to secure any objectives. All I've gotten so far has been First Blood, which is actually still kind of funny that I got that one first. Woo! Woo! But we are going to go into the Blood Tithes turn 3. At the end of my turn, I am going to discard the secure objective 6, simply because it is right there, and I really don't want to put the effort into trying to get to that one. So I'll get to roll up to another objective next turn. At the start of Sean's turn, he's going to roll up to 3 objectives to get 12, which is secure building 2. So objective marker 2. So at the start of your turn, you have Blood Tithe points.
So I'm going to spend all my Blood Tithes to give everybody +1 attack characteristic, and anybody in the Slaughter Cult, which the only one that's going to matter for really is the Lord, I'm going to give them Rage.
Alright, so from the sounds of it, sounds like you're about to do some charging.
Lots of charging.
Lots of charging, okay. So let's see what happens in Blood Tithe, turn 3. Scratch that. Daemonkin, turn 3. Blood Tithe is his special rules. And the Bloodthirster is going to start looking at those Castellans. That's not good for me. It looks like everything's okay. That's okay. Normally he's 1 inch away, but because of where the sandbag is, there you go. And the Mauler Fiend, using his beast-like movement, is going to skid up the side of the building and just get up there. Now, my only saving grace is that you're going to be assaulting through cover and an initiative 1, but I still don't think I have anything that can hurt you.
Armor.
And over here, the Soul Grinder is just going to move around the building here and start looking at my Doom Crawlers. And over here, he's going to separate his Lord from the Hounds, just so he doesn't have to worry about coherency. And it looks like the Lord is just going to zip over and help out the Possessed and the Rhino. And the Beasts are going to start running through the building up there. Now we're just going to treat it like they're running upstairs and all that sort of stuff, just so it's not this ridiculous image of them climbing up. Well, actually, no, that's still kind of cool.
Well, they're demons.
They're demons. Who knows what sort of weird things they can do.
They flicker. The lore is they flicker through walls.
Yeah, but they're able to get up there regardless. So there's 2 Hounds that have made it up. And the Possessed Marines are going to disembark out of the Rhino, looking angrily at those Ballistari. The bikes are going to keep zipping through. They're going to get close to this objective right there, because I'm pretty sure you just pulled that one, did you not?
I did pull objective 2.
Yeah. So they're just going to go like that. And just for the record, we're treating that like a 3-inch movement up, just because these buildings are sort of awkward sized and whatnot. But that's what we're going to treat it. We discussed it before the start of the game. So he will be in possession of that objective. And the Bloodletters are just going to continue to sit on objectives, because really, they're not really needed around at the moment. And everything else is sort of getting really in hand for him. At the start of the shooting phase, he's going to fire his plasmas into the Doom Crawlers right there, needing 3s to hit. That's going to be 4 hits right there. Now, they are armor 12 against strength 7, so 5s to glance. So that's a single glance. Reroll that one right there, that's cocked. So that's 2 glances. Now, I do have a 4-up invulnerable save here, which I'll make both of.
Made.
And over here, the Soul Grinder is going to fire his Torrent Flamer into the infiltrators over here. And, yeah, actually, if you put it a little bit more forward, you can even hit one of the Castellans.
Oh,
yeah, so 5 infiltrators and 1 Castellan. On 2s against the infiltrators. So that's going to be 4 wounds right there. I got 6-up invulnerable saves. I made 2 of them.
Wow. No
feel, no pain, though, because this is strength 6. So these front 2 are dead at this point. And against the Castellan, strength 6 against toughness 5. Or sorry, toughness 7, needing 5. So nothing happened. Next up is the Harvester Cannon. Hitting on 4s?
4s. Not a thing.
No hits. And the Lord on Bike is just going to turbo boost right over there. The Hound is going to run 5 inches. And the Possessed are going to run as well. So where are they going? 5 inches. Alright. They're just going to run right behind here. Not quite sure I know the plan here, but that's where it is. And a Combi Bolter is going to be going up into the Rangers here. And in his words, because why not? I have to agree, why not? That's a hit. So wounded on a 3. That's a wound. So I got my 4-up cover save here. Oh, I'm going to lose one.
Feel no pain.
Oh, yeah, thank you. 6-up, feel no pain. No, I'm still going to lose one. It was a nice gesture, though. And the Mauler Fiend is going to charge into the Rangers here. Yeah, as long as you don't roll Snake Eyes, you're in.
He has moved the cover.
Yeah, that's right. So you're in.
Okay.
You don't even have to worry. You're an inch away.
Okay.
So there you go. You make it in. And down here, this is going to be my last shot, I think, to really effectively take out the Bloodthirster before he gets to swing. So I'm going to get to Overwatch before you charge in. Starting with the twin-linked shots, needing 6s. That's 1 6 so far. Won't be enough to kill him just yet. There's another 6 right there. So there's 2 hits at the moment. Followed up by the non-twin-linked ones. 3 hits. And these are wounding on 4s. All right. 1 wound though. So you have your, are you jinking or just going to take your invulnerable save?
My Jink still is 6 up.
It's only for the no, your Jink only was 6 up against the Rangers. It was 5 up against these guys last turn. Now it would be a 4 up.
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
I'll take the 4 up.
All right, so you're going to Jink because why not? There's no negatives here for you.
Oh, it doesn't.
Oh, I might actually do it. I might actually do this. That's going to be huge for me if I can. Last up is the pistol, needing a 6. No, it misses. And he's only an inch away, so he is definitely in. So you'll get in there first. My guys will pile in, and now we'll start the fun shenanigans. And he's decided to charge the Hounds into the Rangers here, so I'm going to have some Overwatch hitting on 6s. That's going to be 1 hit, wounding on 3 4s. No wound. All right, now you have moved through cover, so you're ignoring a lot of the adverse effects that you're going to be suffering here. So, what are you going to get? Fleet. Amen for Fleet, right?
Oh, yeah.
And you're definitely in. So he's only able to get 2 of them into base contact, so there's only going to be 2 Hammer Wraths granted by the formation at this point.
Gore Pack.
So the Gore Pack formation. So Hammer Wrath on 3s, because I take it your strength 4.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going to reroll that one.
Okay. So that's going to be 2 right there. 4-up armor saves. Oh, and 1 more is going to go down.
Feel no pain.
And feel no pain. Got to remember my own rules there. Oh, would you look at that? It actually came through this time. And over here, the bikes are going to assault into the Doom Crawlers. So because they're walkers, I am going to get some Overwatch on this one. Starting with the Cognis Heavy Stubbers. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 from the Cognis Heavy Stubbers. Wounding on 5s. 2 wounds from the Cognis Heavy Stubbers.
Ouch.
So 3-up armor saves. 1 goes down. So that one right there. Next up is the Icarus Array Overwatch. These are all hitting on 6s, starting with the Gatling Missile Launcher. Wow, okay, so there's 3 right there. And these ones are wounding on 3s, because this is Strength 6 AP4. That's 2 more wounds right there. And 2 saves. The Daedalus Missile Launcher. Nope. And the Twin Link, oh, yeah, because it's the Icarus Ray, so there's still 1 more, the autocannon. No, and, oh, wow. So there's 2 there from that one. And 2 more wounds right there. So needing 3s. Oh, another biker goes down.
Where's that from?
Right there. I just realized I was pointing off screen. Nobody can see that except for me. And lastly is the Phosphor Heavy Blaster, or Cannon, sorry. Hitting on 6s, twin linked.
And this is AP.
This is the AP3 one. So 1 goes through, wounding on 2, and you're jinking, okay. So it is gonna wound, so you got a 4-up jink. Which you make. So it's a 10-inch charge. So let's see what's gonna happen. Does he make it? No, unfortunately not. So he's left out in the open. But you're still holding that objective there, which is important. Now, unfortunately, he is fearless and he just took 25% casualties.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not fearless. He's not fearless and he just took casualties. So he is gonna be rolling a panic test here because of the phase. But he's fine.
He's fine.
Starting the assault phase, you ran through difficult terrain, so I'm going to be striking first here. I have my 4 attacks, and I'm going to hit. What's your weapon skill?
5.
5. So I'm going to hit twice, and I'm going to wound once. You have your 5-up save. Nope. So that's going to be 1 wound on 1 of the base hounds. So that's 20 attacks coming in, hitting on 3s. And that's a good chunk of hits. 1 cocked die. Alright, that's another hit. Wounding on 2s. Oh, that's a lot of wounds right there. That's a whole bunch of saves I have to make. 4-up saves. And they are probably going to die. Very likely at this point. And they're dead. So these 4 Skitarii Rangers go down. And they get to consolidate D6 inches. 6 inches. Where are they going to go?
They're going to go all the way around this objective.
Alright. So, I have a quick fearless check to make over here. Leadership 9. No.
You're insanely courageous.
I'm insanely logical. No, actually, I think illogical in this case. I think it'd make more sense to run away from this. So anyway, you have what, 6 attacks?
5.
5 attacks? 2 base, close combat weapon.
2 base, close combat weapon, and charge
plus
and boom.
Okay, so 5 attacks, hitting on 3s.
4s.
Oh, no, because your weapon skill 3, that's right, 4s. Alright, so that's going to be 4 hits, no, 3 hits right there. And wounding on 2s.
Strength and AP2.
Alright, so I have no saves against that right there. So I gotta look out, sir, my warlord. He makes 1. So thankfully he is...
he is Eternal Warrior.
He is Eternal Warrior, so I'm only gonna lose 1 from that, thankfully. Or 1 wound from him and then 1 ranger. Now I have absolutely nothing that can actually hurt you. Problem is, my only option to run away, I have to roll extremely well to get off the side of the building here. So I'm going to elect to fail my my morale save because our weapons are useless. So initiative chest to get away. 6 plus my 3. What's your initiative?
I'm initiative 3.
Okay, so roll. Alright, so I am able to get away, but let's see if I'm actually able to get away here. At 12 inches, I am a good coward. So I have to run towards the nearest table edge. So in this case, they're going to be running backwards like so. That's going to be 6 inches down, and 6 inches off. So yeah, they're off. And the Mauler Fiend will consolidate how many inches? 6 inches. And he's just going to turn around holding the objective. And this combat over here, you have to declare you have to declare a challenge.
Skulls.
Alright, my data smith, being who he is, will go and accept it. Because he is a boss. And you're going to be striking at initiative 1, same as him anyway. So maybe best case scenario, they'll just obliterate each other. So the Castellans are going to get to swing first at their mighty initiative 2 because of your colossal weapon there. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit. Ooh. Oh, but this is monstrous creature, so it's going to be AP2.
Ooh.
Wounding on a 4. Oh, no
yes.
wound. Okay, so unfortunately the Bloodthirster is going to be able to swing in, which is no good for me. But let me just get my Power Fist out of the way here.
I'll see if you kill him.
See if I kill him. Nah, I just need to feel good right now. So this one's hitting on, what's your weapon skill?
10.
Alright, so hitting on 5s. 2 hits from my Data Smith. Oh, my Data Smith is awesome. Come on. Strength 8.
Strength 8. Oh yeah, 2 to wound.
2 to wound. 2 wounds? Okay, you need to make some 5-up invulnerable saves.
He is dead.
Yes! My Data Smith does it!
And that's 2 blood tokens for me!
Yeah, but you're still gonna get to swing back and absolutely crush the rest of my unit. So he has 9 attacks back, hitting on 3s.
6 attacks base,
Yeah.
plus 1 for the boon, and he has rage base because he's that bloodthirsty.
Don't worry, we believe you.
Okay.
We believe you. Alright, so hitting on 3s. That's a good chunk, that's only 2 misses right there. So because it's a challenge, we have to rule these all independently. So the first one is going to be D3. So nothing happens. So yeah, next one. Okay,
So
that's going to be
D3. So yeah.
So I make an invulnerable save, and if I fail, it's going to be D3 wounds. Hey, would you look at that? I made my invulnerable save. All right, next up.
Oh, that's 6.
Oh. Okay, invulnerable save. Oh, I didn't make the invulnerable save that time. So it's going to be D3 wounds. So how many wounds? Only 1 wound.
What's your toughness?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh,
He's
okay.
dead. But
Yeah, well, the wounds won't allocate.
no, the wounds won't roll over. But still, only 1 wound.
Only 1 wound.
Only 1 wound. It wasn't that much overkill.
Oh, okay.
And how many more dice do you have? 3. Okay, just roll the rest of these together then. And 1 wound.
1's just removed.
So one is just going to be dead, and how many wounds does the other one roll cause? Because you rolled a 2 in there as well.
Oh, was that 2? Okay.
Yeah, there was a 2 and a 6. And one
Just
wound.
one.
So, my Castellan lives!
Your Castellan lives.
My Castellan lives! Oh, and he has feel no... Oh, wait, no, it's... No feel no pain from D weapons, that's right.
It doesn't say in the destroyer table, it says in the feel no pain rule.
Yeah. Destroyer weapons you cannot take feel no pain from. But my one mighty little robot stands atop the Bloodthirster.
The Bloodthirster's body.
And that is the end of the blood tithe? No.
Daemonkin.
Daemonkin. I'll get this right eventually. The Daemonkin Churn 3. So, losing the Bloodthirster, I would say that's probably a big loss there. But you still have a lot left on the table that can still affect the outcome of the game. And you were able to get a couple objectives this turn.
Yes.
You got Slay the Warlord, because my Warlord was a coward and ran away. You also happened to secure Objective 2, which was right over here with that bike. So it's a good thing you actually didn't get that charge off, because you would have gone Objective 2. And your Mauler Fiend came over here, and when he slayed the Warlord, he took Objective 4.
Correct.
So you were able to pick up quite a few objectives on this one, putting you at this point, I think, at like 4 points, 5 points? We'll get you the exact tally. At the start of AdMech Churn 3, I do get to roll a new objective here, because I don't get to roll a new objective, because I got Secure Objective 6, 5, and Big Game Hunter, which I can no longer achieve at this point because I killed your Bloodthirster in my turn. So now I got to get the vehicles. And my Ruststalkers, come on, which table edge? 4! And the Ruststalkers are just going to charge forward the 9 inches onto the table right over here. And there they are. And just another note, on the start of my turn, I'm going to declare my Doctrine Imperative +2 Ballistic Skill, -1 Weapon Skill, just because I'm not really going to get a whole lot getting into combat this turn. My Castellan is just going to move up 6 inches there. He's stuck in his Aegis mode, so he's going to have Feel No Pain for the rest of the game, but he's not going to be able to take advantage of a lot of those other fun things. And the Infiltrators are just going to move up with him, just give him the support he needs. And the Doomcrawlers are just going to move up like so, just to get some arcs on some things. And maybe kill a couple bikes. Moving into my shooting phase, my Ruststalkers here are going to run 1 + 3 inch, just to spread them out a little bit further here, just in case that Torrent Flamer is able to get some line of sights on them and flame the rest of my guys up. Over here, the Ruststalkers are also going to run 2 + 3 inches for 5, so it's just going to get them up over the barricades. And let's replace that one where it was supposed to be. Up over the barricades right there. And I really need to get a victory point over here, so I'm going to fire into the side of that Rhino right there and hope that I blow it up. So, hitting on 2s with a reroll on 6s. It's 4 hits right there. Needing 4s to glance. That's going to be 4 penetrating hits. And none of it is AP2, so that just means it's going to be a wrecked Rhino.
Blood token!
Blood token! Over here, this Castellan can only see the one blood letter over here, so I'm going to measure distance, make sure I'm within range of the heavy phosphor cannons, and hopefully try to remove him. So 3 twin-linked shots hitting on 4s. Twin-linked, so reroll those 2. 3 hits from there. The non-twin-linked ones can add 2 more hits for a total of 5. Needing 2s to wound. That's going to be 5 wounds right there. So 5 5-up saves need to be made. Actually, is there any cover here? No, it looks like he is out in the open there. No. One guy goes down. So these Onager Doomcrawlers are going to fire everything they got into this one bike right here.
And
No, you never know. Worse things have happened. So the neutron laser.
I'm already changing.
Okay, fair enough. So the neutron laser is going to be at ballistic skill 6. So that's going to be scattering 1 inch, but it's still going to hit right there. So strength 10, AP 1. That's going to be a wound. So you're going to be jinking. Reroll that one because that's cocked. And you make it right there. So next up is the 2 heavy stubbers that it has. So there's going to be 6 shots hitting on 2s. You can reroll the 6s on a 6. So that's going to be 4 hits right there. On 4s.
5s.
Sorry, 5s. So that's going to be 1 wound. So you have your 3-up armor save. You're fine. Next up will be the heavy phosphor cannon, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. No, sorry, 3s. So that's going to be 3 wounds right there. So 4-up jinx save, because it's AP3. And there we go. The 1 bike is gone. And that is the Admech turn 3. So I was able to kill a rhino and a biker and 1 bloodletter. It was very unimpressive. But I was able to get Big Game Hunter for taking this one out here. And unfortunately though, we are contesting objective 5. So unfortunately no point for that one. And I'm going to discard objective number 6 simply because I don't think I'm ever actually going to get up there at this point. So I'm going to be able to roll 2 objectives next turn. At the start of Daemonkin turn 4, he's got to roll up 3 objectives here. So first one is going to be 61, which is Kingslayer, which you've already gotten. So go ahead and roll a d3 for that right now, because you need to determine how many points you're getting for it.
Will it be at the end of my turn?
So, it doesn't matter, just roll it right now. You've already got the Kingslayer. So that's going to be worth 3 points for you.
Okay.
Next objective is going to be 33. And that one's going to be Seize Building 3. And if I control it at the start of this turn and you take it, that's going to be worth D3 points. And the last objective is going to be 45. And that one is the High Ground. D3 victory points if you control 2 objective markers that are on the 2 tallest buildings or ruins. And D3 if you control 2 of them. So the Soul Grinder at the start of the movement phase is just going to move back, make some way for the Mauler Fiend to jump down and look at the Dune Crawlers. And the Mauler Fiend jumps down triumphantly right to the edge of the road there. And he's just quickly remembering about his Blood Tithe points. You're going to give everyone a +1 attack?
Everyone's going to have +1 attack, and the Slaughter Cult, which matters, is the Lord and the Possessed. It technically is the Bloodletters too, but they're not really in the fight. They're going to have Rage as well as +1 attack.
Sounds good.
I'm right there.
And the bike with the Lord is just going to zip forward. And the Possessed are just going to move out of the terrain. 2 inches, no problem. That's going to be enough to get them out of the terrain, keep them in coherency.
Maybe not.
There we go. That's, yeah. If you move, yeah, there we go. That's fine. The Fleshhound is just going to charge forward, getting close to the Ruststalkers there. And these hounds are just going to stick around on this objective because it is the tallest building with an objective on it, which means he wants that point. At the start of his shooting phase, he's going to use the Soul Grinder and fire his Torrent Flamer right over here, hitting 3 of the narrow end has to be a bit closer. Hitting 3 of them like so. Yeah, you know what? You can still hit 3 and hit the Castellan.
Okay.
Yep. So the 3 infiltrators on 2s. That's going to be 3 wounds right there. Now I have some 6-up armors or invulnerable saves, which I make none of them. So the infiltrators are just dead at this point. And against the Castellan, 5s to wound. No wound. And his Possessed are going to charge into the 2 Ballistari, so I'm going to get some Overwatch to this before you roll those ones. On the Overwatch, the 2 Cognis autocannons, twin links. There's 1 hit so far. Let's see another hit in there. No, only 1 hit, wounding on a 2. Well, at least it's going to wound, so you have your armor save. Oh, 1 Possessed goes down.
Pink fleet.
And he is 1 inch away, so he cannot fail this charge right here, so he is just in.
Okay.
And the Hound is going to charge into the Dune Crawlers to try and eat their Overwatch. I'm not going to fire Overwatch on it. So, what does he roll? 6 inches, that's definitely not enough, but Fleet. 9 inches, that might be enough. Next up is going to be the Lord into the Dune Crawlers, which is going to be more than enough to make him in. And over here, the Mauler Fiend, needing, I think we checked it at 10 inches?
10 inch charge.
10 inch charge, which is in. So those Dune Crawlers are definitely in trouble at this point. At the start of the phase, the combat over here, he has to roll for his possession. So what are you going to get?
I re-rolled a wound, which doesn't matter because you're a walker.
Exactly. So 20 attacks, hitting on 3s. You should be able to do this, no problem. It's going to be a good chunk. So strength 6 on the charge, needing 5s to glance. And that is going to be 2 penetrating hits and 3 glances, so they are just dead with their 2 hull points each. And they'll consolidate D6 inches.
1 inch.
Or 1 inch. this combat over here, the Lord with his crack grenade hitting on a 3. That's right. That's definitely hitting. And glancing on a 6.
Oh, wow.
That is a glance, but I got my 4 up invulnerable save, which I made. Next up is going to be the Mauler Fiend with 5 attacks.
Oh, what's your weapon skill?
Weapon skill 3.
Okay, so 4s.
Yeah, so hitting on 4s. Oh, only 2. All right, and your strength what?
Strength 10.
Strength 10. Okay, so 2's the glance. So that's going to be...
1 pin.
All right, how do you want me to take these?
Glance first.
Glance first. Okay. The glance is saved. The pen is not. And this is AP2.
AP2?
You are a monstrous creature. Or walkers are just power fist. Never mind. That's right. And okay, so I'm going to be snap firing in my next turn. But hey, guess what?
Oh look, he's a.
That's the Icarus array. It snap fires anyway.
Snap fires.
Now for my attacks back. This Doomcrawler is just going to sort of struggle against the Mauler Fiend because it's strength 5. Can't touch him. This one right here is going to attack the Lord. Hitting on... What's your weapon skill?
Weapon skill 6.
6. Okay, so hitting on 4s. That's a hit. And this is going to wound on a 5. No, sorry, on a 4 because it's strength 5. So that definitely does wound. So you have your 3-up armor save. And you made the save. And this last Doomcrawler right here is going to allocate his attack against the Hound right there as he piles in. Which I should have done earlier, but hitting on a 4, which missed. And that is the end of combat there. Now, thankfully, Walker's not going to run away, just going to be stuck in combat. But that means that all my massive firepower is now tied up. So that is the end of Daemonkin. I always want to say Blood Tithe. Daemonkin turn 4. He was able to get the high ground, he was able to get objective 3, and Kingslayer for 5 additional points. So at this point, I don't think I'm going to be able to make my way back unless I table him. So let's see what happens going into Admech, turn 4. At the start of my turn, I do have 2 objectives that I need to get. So I'm going to roll for, let's see, 22, Garrison Building 2, and 66, Big Game Hunter again. Huh. Well then, that's unfortunate. At the start of my movement phase, I will declare I'm using my Doctrine Imperative to get weapon skill +1, because I really don't have much that can really shoot. So, my Ruststalkers right here, they're going to move through difficult terrain, 3 inches, and that's actually going to foil a lot of the plans that I just had right there, because I was hoping to get within range of that Mauler Fiend to charge it. Or not Mauler Fiend, sorry, the Soul Grinder, but that is now no longer going to happen. And the Castellan's just going to move up a little bit and then off to the side like that just to avoid the difficult terrain. Into my shooting phase, this Castellan can see a couple of the blood letters right up there. Only 2, but still, 2 is 2. So, rolling to hit, needing 4s twin-linked. Twin-linked, thankfully. It's going to be 2 hits from the twin-linked and the non-twin-linked. 2 more hits for 4 total. 2's to wound. Alright, so that's going to be 4 wounds, and you're definitely getting your 4-up cover save for being up on the building there. And you'll make 3 of them, so only 1 blood litter dies. Over here, my original plan was to try and charge into the back of the Soul Grinder at this point. That is not a feasible decision, because I'm 16 inches away. So even with boxcars, I wouldn't get it, and considering that I'm still going through some difficult terrain as well, that's definitely not happening. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare a multi-assault, where I'm going to try to assault your Lord and the Hound right there. Because otherwise I'm only assaulting into one of those guys. So, let's see what I'm going to get here. 7 inches total. So, because the Hound was my primary, I have to move them into base contact with the Hound first, which is unfortunately going to make it so I can't actually get anyone into base contact with the Lord itself, which might make things difficult at this point. The Lord begins all the combat with his crack grenade into the Doomcrawler, hitting on 3s. That's definitely a hit. On 6s, that's not a glance. And we'll do the Hound next, attacking the Ruststalkers because he can't hurt the Doomcrawler there.
What's your weapon skill right now?
Weapon skill is 5.
Oh, 4s.
So 4s to hit. 1 hit. Strength.
4.
So on 3s. Alright, so that is a wound. 4-up armor save, which I make. And I get my 3-inch pile-in, which is not enough to get me into base contact with the Lord, unfortunately. And a save time, he's actually just going to remove the dog because there's going to be 45 attacks at strength 5 going into that dog.
Blood token!
And yeah, it's likely dead. And I have 2 Doom Crawlers that are going to attack the Lord. Oh, no, Mauler Fiend first. Mauler Fiend first. Yep, so you got what now? 5 attacks? 4 attacks?
4 attacks.
Alright, 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
4, sorry.
Or 4, sorry, while they all still hit. Keep thinking their weapon skill 4.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. And your strength 10, so on 2s.
Ouch.
Alright, so that's 2 penetrating hits. And they made both saves. And my last 2 attacks going back into the Lord, hitting on 5s. Wait, your weapon skill 6? Sorry, 4s, so 1 hit. No wound though. So, I actually won combat by 1, but it doesn't really matter because your Lord is fearless and your Mauler Fiend is a walker. So that is the end of combat. Now at this point, looking at the table, going into turn 5, he has 9 points, I have 1 point. 2 points, sorry. Yeah, I have First Blood and I had another objective. Oh yeah, and Big Game Hunter. At this point, I can't catch up via points. I'm not going to be tabling him either. Even if it goes to turn 7, I'm not going to be tabling him. So I think I'm just going to concede. He already has the major victory, so he's going to be getting the major victory regardless at this point. Anything further is just going to be quite literally kicking a dog, I think. So
Ouch.
I am going to concede. It was a good game.
Thank you so much.
I felt for a little while there I might have been able to come back to it. But you know what? Between the mission, isolating everything...
The mission was huge.
The mission was huge, and your stuff coming on exactly where it needed to come on to. And then your objective rolls. I mean, this was destined to be a victory for the Daemonkin. And yeah, that's what it ended up being. So Chaos has taken the hive. So we're going to go do the wrap-up, and yeah, we'll go from there. So we hope you enjoyed this Warzone Apothis mission. It ended up being a major victory for Chaos and the Daemonkin at this point. So at this point, Chaos does have a whole bunch of the hives on Druusol. I think they have 3 and Necrons have 1 at this point, and none left for the Imperials. So that's what happened. Let's go take a look at the map. So, since it was a city fight, we'll remove the 1 remaining red flag on the city there, replace it with one of the black ones, to indicate that Chaos has that hive, and you can place 1 more flag on any tile that's adjacent to one of the black flags. So there's no more special tiles, and you can't put it on the city, unfortunately. So where would you like to put it?
Let's put it right there around all the Tyranids.
Right around here?
Right there.
All right. There we go. So there you have it, another completed Warzone Apothis mission. We will be playing a second game, so you can check the link below. This one's going to be a Vault one, so Vault members, go ahead and check it out. If you're not a Vault member, you can still click the link. You're going to get access to the Vault for a 7-day free trial, where you're going to get access to a whole bunch of extra stuff like painting tutorials, extra missions, Warzone Apothis, all sorts of great stuff. So definitely check that out. And as always, happy wargaming.